everybody, it's Miss Piatt again. Everyone seemed to really like when I made banana bread last week, so I decided that this week I would make some chocolate chip cookies and make a video of it. Instead of talking a lot about fractions with this video, I'm going to be talking a lot about multiplication and division. So hopefully that will help you with your math practice this week too. Let's get started. So this week I've actually, this recipe I actually got my ingredients ready ahead of time. So I'll show you what they all are just like last time, but this time they're already measured out. So the first one is half a cup of butter softened. So 1 stick of butter is actually half a cup. So I just softened this butter a little bit in the microwave first, so it's easy to mix. Then we have a half a cup of white sugar, a half a cup of brown sugar, 1 egg right here. Careful with that. Some vanilla extract, which looks like this. Oh, sounds like my oven is ready now. Vanilla extract, which I'll measure out when I need it. Some baking soda like last time, and it's actually been dissolved into some hot water to make it easier to mix in. Some salt, some flour, a cup and a half of flour. Some chocolate chips, which is the most important ingredient in chocolate chip cookies. There's 1 cup of those. And that's it. So now we're gonna get started. This time I'm also gonna be using my trusty kitchen mixer to help me. Last time I just used my hand to mix because banana bread batter is actually pretty easy to mix, but cookie dough is a little bit tougher, so I'm gonna cheat a little bit and use a mixer. The first thing I need to do is mix together the butter, the white sugar, and the brown sugar. In a lot of recipes you do that first because it makes a nice kind of paste that the other ingredients can mix really easily into. I am going to touch the butter with my hand, and just so everybody knows, I washed my hands really carefully before I got started. Right, so that goes right in the bowl. Next, my brown sugar. Make sure it gets all in there. My white sugar. Nice and sweet. And then I'm gonna mix it up. Actually, this is a little bit silly. I named my kitchen mixer because I love it so much, and so her name is Bethany. So you can say, hi Bethany, and she helps me out a lot. Great, so now the butter and the 2 kinds of sugars are really well mixed together. Next, I'm gonna crack my egg into the mixture and then mix the egg in so that the batter gets nice and moist. Egg also helps ingredients stick together because it's like a sticky kind of goo, and that's why eggs get used a lot in baking. So now I'm gonna mix the egg in. That looks great. And now I'm gonna put in my vanilla, and I'm gonna measure it out now because now is when I need it. Vanilla can evaporate a little bit if you let it sit out by itself. So it looks like I need 1 teaspoon, which is this size, of vanilla. Great. I'm gonna mix that in now as well. It's looking really nice and smooth now, and it's starting to smell delicious because of the vanilla. So next we're gonna put in a little bit of salt, just not even half of a teaspoon. Next is when we add the 2 most important ingredients, which are the flour and the chocolate chips. This is what's gonna really make this dough into chocolate chip cookie dough. see it's all mixed up now. It seems like it is ready to go. So you can see that when I'm making a ball with it, the ball is sticking together. It's not coming apart. And that would be a huge cookie. But this is what we'll do when it's time to bake the cookies. So I'm just gonna make sure my dough is nice and all squished together so it's easy for me to roll into balls. And we're ready to start putting them on the cookie sheet. I'll be right back. Great, so I've cleaned up my workspace and now I have 2 cookie sheets available to me to put the cookies on for baking. This recipe says it will make about 2 dozen cookies. 1 dozen is 12, so 2 times 1 dozen would be 2 times 12 cookies, which is 24 cookies. That means I'm going to be able to put 1 dozen on each of these cookie sheets, or 12 on each cookie sheet, because 24 divided by 12, or I'm sorry, divided by 12 equals 2. I grab a little hunk of dough, I'll roll it into a ball like this, and then I'm going to set it gently on the cookie sheet. I'm not putting any oil or butter or anything like that on these cookie sheets to make it not stick, because since the cookies already have butter in them, that will keep it from sticking. It seems like I can fit 3 cookies per row on my cookie sheet. If I'm fitting 12 cookies total on this cookie sheet, and I know that there will be 3 in each row, how many rows of cookies can I fit? I'm predicting I'll be able to fit 4 rows of cookies, because 12 divided by 3 in each row would give me 4 rows. Let's see. Looks like I was correct. I was able to fit 4 rows of cookies onto my sheet, meaning that there were 3 in each row. 3 times 4 equals 12. So there's my first dozen of cookies arranged in an array on my cookie sheet. Now I'm going to do the next one. Awesome, I've made all of my dough into individual little balls of dough to make cookies. I then washed my hands again because they got all buttery and sticky, and there's raw egg in the dough, and you want to make sure that you're washing your hands when you are touching it. I noticed then when I put all 24 cookies onto my cookie sheets that they make an even bigger array when I put the cookie sheets next to each other. Now it looks like, because I had 3 in each row on each cookie sheet, if I stick them next to each other like this, it looks like I have 6 in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of cookies. Now I'm going to double check that there are 24 by multiplying 6 times 4. Oh, I know that that is also 24. So it checks out. I think that baking and cooking in general are great ways to think about math, even if we're not in school. And the bonus is you get to eat a delicious treat when you're done. So I hope you have enjoyed getting these cookies ready with me. I'll check back in with you once they're all baked. So I just took my cookies out of the oven. The whole kitchen smells delicious. And then I put most of the cookies onto this cooling rack. Let me show you what it looks like. Here's the cookies on the cooling rack. As you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in each row on this cooling rack, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of cookies. Well, I know that 5 times 4 equals 20, but we had 24 cookies to start with. So, how many cookies did not fit on the cooling rack? Well, there were 4 rows of 5 on the cooling rack, which means there are 20 cookies on the cooling rack. And we started with 24 cookies in the oven. So how many are cooling on the plate right now? If you said 4 cookies were cooling on the plate, you are correct. Now the cookies will take some time to cool off so that they can get nice and delicious and cool enough to eat on the inside. And I'll report back once they're ready, and my sister and I will try one. Well, the cookies have had some time to cool now, and so now we're gonna try them. Here's my sister Sadie. She's gonna be a taste tester with me.
They're really good. How many are there?
There are 24 total cookies.
That's perfect, because 24 divided by 2 is 12, so we can each have 12 cookies.
You're so right about that, Sadie. Well, they are delicious, and I hope that you've enjoyed cooking again with me. I sure had a lot of fun, and now we're gonna keep enjoying some of these cookies. Thanks for joining me. Bye, Northwestern.